The recording, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Ready? Cool, man. So your name is Balogh?
Yeah, you
Balogh.
can say it like that. Yeah. Cool.
Balogh. How do you say it?
Balogh.
Balogh. Cool. So you're
Very
from Hungary,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
So just introduce yourself to like everyone, because when everyone's watching, they want to know who you are. So introduce yourself.
So hi guys, it's Emi. I'm from Hungary, and I'm barber for 3 years.
3 years. Cool. So how old were you when you started barbering?
So I just started 3 years ago. Being honest,
Three
I
years ago.
never cut it. Yeah, I never cut hair before, so it was 3 years in last month.
So what were you doing before that?
Being honest, I done everything what I shouldn't have. So
Hmm.
it
How old
was
were you
interesting.
when you
I'm
started?
I'm I'm 35 at the moment. So
35. Okay.
yeah, so I was doing, being honest, lots of things, but I never really been happy
Never happy.
with
Cool.
those things, and it just happened. Being honest, because I didn't like how barbers were cutting my hair, and the main issue was like they cut my crown off all the time.
The crown, yes.
Yeah, so that was funny. And after a while, I think I tried around 10 barbers, and I booked a really, I would say, an expensive haircut in a fancy shop, and I came out and I was really disappointed, and I decided I'm gonna be a barber because I I thought to my I thought to my friends, I can do this better. I just didn't believe it. They just can't see.
Yeah.
Like I seen mistakes, and I had no experience. I just thought that I would do it different.
Yeah. Three
That's it.
years is incredible time, because it takes a lot, like people like 20 years to get to what you're doing. And you've done it in 3 years. That is incredible. The shape control stuff.
Yeah, because I I I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to execute, but I knew how I wanted.
Yeah.
I knew that I had 8 weeks training in Glasgow and 3 days a week, 6 hours, and I don't even remember anything. And I don't really think I learned anything, but I thought because I never held the scissors or
Yeah.
never used clippers, and I've been so I done that, and the guy said I called the school and they said okay, we have different offers, but they told me it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So let's just try it for one day. I could come for one day, and they said you will see you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I was with the other students. They gave me a pair of scissors and a comb, and I was like, okay. So I don't even remember like what happened. I remember at the end they gave me a mannequin head, and they said just try to balance it, and they left me.
Yeah.
And they came back an hour later, and I seen like, oh, left side wasn't that good, so I needed to balance it, and I done it the way I thought. And the guy who was teaching, he took me to the office and showed the director the mannequin head, and he said, "This guy done it." And I didn't know what's happening because, being honest, in that time I didn't really speak English as well, so it was very interesting. And they said the shortest course is 3 months, but they think I can do it in 2 months. I was like, okay. So I finished it and I went back to work. Being honest, I didn't do anything after.
Nah.
I was working as a waiter, but I always knew it's not for me. So one day I just said to them, look, it's 11:45. I'm gonna be here till 12 o'clock. And I walked out and I walked across the road and I asked the barber because he knew I finished the course. And I asked, like, do you still need someone? And he said, yes, so you can come Sunday. I was like, okay. So I came Sunday. We opened the shop together. It was a year later I finished that 8 weeks course, and he showed me where is what, and he left me there.
Wow.
and I started to cut hair. So kind of I needed to act like I know more about cutting hair
Yeah.
than my customers,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was hard. And 7 months later, I done 2 days there, Sunday, Monday, and 7 months later, I got a job offer. So in 2 places, I was working 3 places, 7 days
Yeah.
alone. But the third place, I was working with the experienced barber, so it was really hard. After 7 months, like I was doing 2 days a week and was cutting 3, 4 people. The way I thought it's good. So
Therefore, it's good. Yeah.
and yeah, so and I got into a really busy shop with barbers who had like 25 years experience and 20, and they were really good. And I had the last chair, and I started to cut hair, and I felt so small.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like we all know this when we start, but for me it was really hard. Every day I'm going to war
More
because
of
as
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you need to finish in 15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes and then yeah.
I
Pressure.
never done, yeah, I never done a hot shave. I never shaved the head. I haven't done a beard trim, and I was just there and okay, you do this, you do that, and I didn't know how.
Yeah. So you did it
And
before you're ready, right?
yeah,
Just like Joe says, do it before you're ready.
yeah, but because I think it was good, because I think we all have different background, and
Yeah.
it's different how do we deal with pressure.
Yeah.
So I would say when I'm under pressure, I even perform more than when I'm not. So because I always been competitive, and so this situation made me like, okay, guys, you think like I can't cut hair, or when you feel you're no one,
Yes.
and 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 it's a bad feeling, like you work in a really busy barber shop, and you are just the guy who comes here like a couple of days, and nobody wants even to get
To give you
haircut
that,
from
yeah,
you.
yeah. Do
And
you
I
still
was
get
like,
that
okay,
pressure?
it was huge pressure, and I was like, okay, I'm going to show you like I can do it, and I started to work like crazy. I was the first in the shop and the last to left. I just wanted to cut more and more and more and more. And after a while, I got better, but they never had time to show me anything. So I was always alone. So I needed to find my way. And it went on a while, and I just got better and better and better because I finished work. I came home. I went to have a bath, 3 hours, and I was watching YouTube. I
Who
woke
did you used
up.
to watch? Which barbers would you watch? Like to
I never, being honest, I never had someone who I picked. Like even till today, I so when I accidentally found Josh's picture, and because one of the guy who I followed, he shared a story, and Josh got his hair, and I accidentally found his profile, and that was the point when you know I done research because as I said, like I was on my own, so I needed to learn by myself everything, and
yeah.
so I found his profile, and that was the first, and I think I never seen anything like that before and after as well. So that
Yeah.
was when I seen harmony. When I just got the feeling, and I never reached out to anybody when I want to learn from anyone. I seen good barbers, and it's no offense to anyone, but this was the one like I just felt something.
Joshua P is the first one that you saw that was had something special.
Yeah, and since that I just don't watch any other barbers like account
Yeah.
or
So
I just
like
don't. That's the way I like it.
yeah. So like every single day in the shop, do you use DFS or do you use it time to time?
So how it happened? I met Josh in February this year.
Yeah.
And we had a one-to-one.
Yeah.
And being honest, it was just too much information for me.
Like, was it overwhelming? Like, was it good or bad?
Like, he tried to explain me everything, which is a good thing, but probably I was too tired because I worked 6 days, and after that 6 days I didn't sleep. I drove to England.
You said like 7 hours, was it? It was quite crazy. Like
So 10
7 hours.
hours. I was driving 10 hours after when I finished my 6th day, and I had like maybe a couple hours sleep.
Yeah.
And, so I got there 10 o'clock. I had my 6 hours with him, and I drove back. And next day I went to work.
Oh,
So
wow. You went back to work.
yeah, I couldn't wait. I couldn't sleep.
So,
When I got back, I just wanted to go to work. I was first in the shop.
or like, what is it because you had like new information?
Yes, I seen something happen in front of me, and I was like, okay. I was like, there was I, how can I say? I seen something what I really like.
Yeah.
So it was in end of February, and in March they locked us down, and I had 4 months to. I honestly I set up for myself a crazy schedule. So 4 months I was practicing every single day.
On the mannequins.
Yeah, every single day, at least 4 hours.
To
See,
DFS stuff or just like things that you learned before?
I was cutting and styling. I was cutting and styling in my way.
And your way, who taught you that way? Or was it something that you just taught yourself? Self-taught,
Yeah,
or was it something you picked up from somebody?
yeah. So it was the way I was cutting. I never learned from anyone. So
Cool.
it's not a
It's
big
beautiful.
deal.
It's so
I
beautiful.
was because I seen the shapes how I wanted, and I got there.
Yeah.
So I didn't need, being honest. So we do haircuts daily, so we need to get there in 20 minutes, 15 minutes. What I don't like anymore, but as you do probably as well, like scissor will come a lot, clipper work fast, you 5 minutes done with the sides and do the top, and you just connect it, and that's it, and next.
I don't like kind of like that. Yeah.
So, but it's over. So that was in February. So in 4 months, I would say I was crazy on it.
Yeah.
I got lost. I woke. I just couldn't talk about anything else. And since I
About,
since
yeah.
I started since I started to cut hair, I was like, okay, I always wanted to reach my potential.
Yeah.
And barbering gave me the chance to, okay, this is your. I was being honest. I was praying for a change,
Yeah.
and because we all have our life like different way, and I just wanted to show myself, and
Yeah.
barbering is the thing. And I started to work like a crazy guy.
Crazy. Yeah.
So it's not about the hours, being honest, because we all do like 50, 60 hours a week. But I was like, okay, that's my norm. So let's see what else I can do. So I done 90 or 85. But on the way home, I was thinking about it. Before I was dreaming about it. I seen shapes how I wanted, and I just want to do this. I want to do that, and I woke up. Okay, let's go. I opened 2 3 hours before, and I booked
There you go. Yeah.
before they locked us down. I done 5 models every week after work. I mean, like every single day I done models like till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Didn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just need to do it.
Yeah.
If you want to grow, you just need to do it. So after when I signed up for for the online academy. That was
Yeah.
when I started to understand it more. But being honest, so I got lost with that as well. Like
With what?
even with you saying we saying like understanding here. So understanding here is like, so every single letter contains different things, like understanding here. So next day when he was talking about it, okay, understanding here, like okay, next day went to the shop. I was like, and I never started to I never started my haircut before I had a vision like how I want to finish, but I never really paid attention. Okay, so dominant growth pattern and how. So I started to cut with the hair, not
Yeah.
against, and that's makes a huge difference. So that was the D. I was combing the hair. I was watching how it falls. I was watching every movement, and it's made a huge difference. So, and after foundation, like how you control it, because if you cut the shape in after, you can't really lose it, but accidentally you can lose it, like if you start with clipper and oops, you went a little bit too high, or you didn't know it's just not the shape, but you still need to finish it. So
Yeah.
that was the F. And the style, that is my favorite part.
That's
So
your. I can tell that's your favorite part. Definitely your favorite part.
yeah, because I do a lot of skin fades and everything, but I just, when it comes to okay, should I post it, I just don't, because I like that better.
Yeah,
But
the shapes.
probably it's going to be the next, because
Yeah.
I completed stages, so you need to complete stages, and after you can move
Move on.
to
Yeah.
the next one. So
So
I was in love with separation, so I was like, okay, let's do it.
yeah. So in the shop, are you using DFS a lot? Like, do you still do the sectioning out? You doing the foundation? Do you still do that, or do you have like your own style at the moment?
I would say so you can't ignore it, being honest.
Mm,
You can't ignore it, because mostly the guys are coming with shorter hair, and you just have to watch like how the hair falls. This is really important. But having cutting a connected or a disconnected hair, it's two different things, because when you want to create something, like you need to use disconnection, but not always.
yeah.
But I would say like mostly yes. But there are a few haircuts you just go through because it's just your routine. So
Yeah. I feel like not every haircut needs DFS. Like not every haircut. Like when the hair's very, very short, you can't do DFS sometimes, You just
oh
go
yeah,
in with your own system or whatever fits you really.
yeah, but it really helps to, I would say today, because so there are many techniques, many ways, like you see on YouTube, like how many ways they cut the pompadour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, but you know, as I said, like understanding, like why short bit, and long bit in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. It's
So, but
freaking amazing.
you need to understand like why is that, or but at the same time you need to understand what the shape, what we're looking for, because that's the elevation. Like what's
Yeah.
the shape, how heavy you want it. But I would say on planet Earth at the moment, this is the most understandable shape controlling system.
The DFS.
Yes,
I would say
because
so. Yeah.
the the other classic as well, or you section the hair, but you don't know why. You just follow a method what you seen somewhere.
Yeah.
You seen somewhere and you do it and it works. But if you don't think it's, and this is with the DFS as well. If you don't think, you just follow a method. But what we talking about have a purpose. Like
Yeah.
you need to see it, what you want to create, and after you can create. Because after it's just line.
List me 5 barbers that you like. List 5 barbers that you really, really like.
5.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't? Or it's just you just like Josh.
I would say like he's the barber. Like I like barbers, but I can't pick 5 because I don't. I and it's not a I don't want anybody takes it as an offense, but I don't watch any other people's profile really, or what they do or what's happening, because it doesn't really interest me. That's me.
Yeah.
I like Barber's work, and being honest, I'm not doing my Instagram as well, because my friend, I just gave him my password, and he started to comment and like things, and I done few, but that's not really me.
Mm.
I like it, but how to say it. For me, is this marketing is not really me. I love to cut hair.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I love
You're
to
just that
cut
kind of man.
hair, and I love to post it, being honest, because it's exciting. Like people like it or not, but
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm
When you've
not
done a
scared.
nice work, you want to post it. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm not scared if people don't like it.
Yeah. Why would you be? I mean, your work is nice anyway. Like, you wouldn't be like, who's not gonna like your work, really?
I don't mind if I don't really get like or anything, as long as I like it, because that's my piece.
So,
That's
which
my
part of
piece.
your game do you want to improve? Like, which part of like your haircutting do you feel like needs to improve? Like, what's the next goal?
Nearest goal, just to even speed up my growth, because I have many plans for next year. I mean, like many ideas, and
Yeah.
I'm so let's say I would count my barber career since February, and because before it wasn't like I was cutting hair the way I liked it, and that's it. And since February, the world just kind of like turned upside down,
Yeah.
because people texted me like I never expected, honestly, and I started to teach as well, like smaller
Yeah.
and bigger groups. I've been invited to places, and it's a funny thing because I entered one competition, only one, and that was last year in Italy. And so I went there. We always think at today, you think like you are okay, and maybe 6 months later, or you think like you're much better than who you are today. Like it was okay, but not that good as you're gonna be in 6 months.
Yeah.
And so I was there a year ago, and the guy who won the biggest category and who had the best haircut, and we met, but I was no one there. And this year they invited me to Poland because they wanted a seminar with me.
Yeah. I saw that. That was
The
fabulous, man.
guy who won last year wanted to learn from me, who was there, and it was kind of like surreal, man. And it just shows how much you can do in 1 year.
It was
In
incredible.
1 year, and I'm just looking forward the next experiences,
Yeah.
and you just, but it didn't happen because I was doing it on just Tuesdays or Wednesdays.
Every single
I
day.
was every single. There was no excuse, like, because today, maybe you see a motivational video and you fired up, and tomorrow you even today, like after when you're seeing it, you just want to cut hair because you're motivated. But maybe tomorrow you wake up, something happens, somebody doesn't talk to you the way you like it, or you have a bad experience in the shop, and you just forget about it. But I was doing it no matter what happened. I was doing it. I
Yeah.
had to. I had to, because I woke up, and I I had in my mind, I need to get better than I was yesterday,
Yeah.
every single day, and it's just and I could feel it, like I was knocking down walls, but my walls. I'm not talking about like I'm competing anyone or mine.
Yeah.
And by doing that, I started to learn more and more and more about myself,
Yeah. Yes.
and
So
it
I
was
feel
like
like
growing as a person.
your advice to other people is be in the shop every single day. Don't make excuses and break your own walls down. Not other people's, but your own. Is that
Yes,
the advice that you'd give to people?
So I would say, like my talent or your talent or whoever has talent, because we all do have talent,
Yeah.
it's going to fail you. Because after maybe you just go up like a rocket, but after if you don't put the work in, you're just
Yeah.
going to fall, or you're gonna stuck there because today it's, let's say you are number one, but tomorrow if you don't get better, you get worse.
Yeah.
Or you just stuck there where you are because you don't want to be a one timer as well.
Yeah.
You post one good haircut and that's it. And
Yeah.
everybody talks about all those singers who they have one hit. They are
Yeah.
one timers,
One
but you
one
don't
time
want
hits,
it.
and that's it. Yeah. Or those four players that have one good game or one good season, then never hit them again. But I have to ask you a question. If somebody wants to take a class from you or a course from you, do you have courses
Yeah.
available for someone that wants to see you? And if so, how and what are the prices like and the days? Explain that.
So I have people and they want to come next year because this COVID just kills everything.
It does,
So they,
unfortunately.
they, they want to come next year, and I was telling them like it would be better for next year. I haven't really I haven't really set up prices or things because wherever I went and I was teaching, I've been invited, so it was all a setup. They were planning the prices and they
Yeah,
said like, is it okay for you? So yeah, but I guess next year I need to think about it if
yeah.
everything goes well because all I can do I can just work like a beast and
I'm sure
hope
there's
for
a
the
lot
best.
of people who want to take your classes, man. A lot of people.
Oh, it's a funny thing because I never. So when I started to work and I got more attention, I never really thought about it, and it just happens.
Yeah.
And but I find it easy to talk about hair because so what happened is I had a class in Poland,
Yeah.
and we were like 10 of us, and I started to explain. I tried to because I tried to open up their mind and think outside the box because I told them before we started like forget about this classic haircuts because we're gonna do something different because you don't pull the hair out to a line like a line which never they just can't imagine like what's
Yeah.
going to happen, and they done it, and after halfway, and that was so great. I seen them, they lost in a haircut because on purpose I wanted to do a longer haircut, and after I let them to personalize it, and they were lost. I'm talking and they don't hear it.
Yeah.
And they were in the mannequin head, and I was like, oh, I can see we lost you guys. I lost, attention because they were in the head. They understood, and they walked out. It wasn't a long thing,
Hmm.
like 3 hours,
Yeah. Yeah.
two haircuts, and I let them cut the third one. And I asked them many questions, guys, and they said no, and they were happy. I hope because they looked happy,
Yeah.
and that was it's a great feeling. It's a
Yeah.
great
Nothing
feeling.
beats that.
I wanted to have them, and I hope I could.
So basically, the final award, the competition is a 5-day free one-to-one training, I believe, by Josh. Will you be attending the OP Barber Awards? Will you be attending?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I said the final competition, the winner gets 5 days free with Josh. Will you be attending the awards, the OP Barber Awards? It'll be really nice to have you along, man.
So I don't. It's a chance. So why would
Yeah,
I miss it?
exactly. Why would you
Because
miss it?
because I I tried to post my, you know. So when I joined, I haven't really posted and I didn't really pay attention. I I didn't really pay attention like what what the guys are doing, and I didn't want to join even competitions because I was like, I wanted to. I enjoyed, the week after week. So I was up Wednesdays
Yeah.
till 12 o'clock because I got the email. So Thursday after 1 past 12, I got the email and I could get access. So, and that was my point, and I enjoyed it. And after a while, I was like, okay, let's just. I was checking, what is happening, and I was like, okay, maybe I can post my pictures, and I
Yeah.
started. And so, as I said, like it means a lot if people like it, but you know, they it's not all the time about the likes
Yeah.
because I'm on my journey, so and you are on your journey, and I'm not after followers or anything. I believe if things are happening naturally, that's the best. So if you get chosen naturally, that's the best. I'm not talking about me or this competition, like anything. Like
True.
natural way is the best. So I never try to push more or do things what I shouldn't have or what is not me.
Yeah. I totally
Because
agree, man.
I'm kind of like I'm my biggest hero. So I
You have
know
to be.
my journey and you know I set up targets for myself like aims and goals, and
Yeah.
I believe I can get there. I can
You
get
will.
there
100%.
whatever. Doesn't matter how long it takes. But if it's kind of like it's a corny thing like don't give up. But I didn't on bad days as well
Yeah.
and good days. But after a while, so it's life.
Yeah.
So life happens,
I,
and you're trying to get as prepared as you can. And today it's a good day, tomorrow will be a bad day, but you still need to perform.
I guarantee you, someone watching this 100% will be motivated because it's very true. Just work 7 days, no excuses, and you go forward. Because you started barbering later than usual, do you ever like have these thoughts of, I wish I started earlier on? Or
Oh,
do you feel
oh,
like,
always. That's a thing. I always think like, what would have happened, like if I would have started like maybe when I was 20.
personally, I think you would not be where you are today? I feel like you are the
I
man.
guess, but I guess I wouldn't be the person who I am today
Exactly.
because I started, I think, for a reason when I was after 30.
Yeah.
Because I I I always had the fire in me,
Yeah.
but by age 30 something, I was ready. I was ready for
Yeah.
everything, like because at age 20 I didn't know anything about life. I liked
And you know what I
partying.
like to say? Maybe if you started at age 20, you like maybe you wouldn't have that fire and you would not be anywhere you are like you are today. So
Yeah.
that's
But
the
the
thing.
thing is, like as I said, like I always been very competitive,
Yeah.
but I wasn't ready for bigger things because maybe something would have, at age 20 anything can take
There
your
was no
attention.
DFS at age 20, believe me.
Yeah.
There was no
But
DFS, there was no
you know,
Josh.
like I just want to work with guys like who are actually like the best for me, and make something like you want to leave a mark, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
and we all capable. I don't believe anything impossible or you can't do. As I said, like I believe anything possible.
100%.
But
100%.
as I said, it's just hard work.
Yeah. So what's your current setup? What clippers do you use? What hairspray, what products do you use to get those beautiful finishes that you get on your posts and your haircuts? What's your clippers, your products? What do you use? Trimmers and all.
So I just tried the Barberless skeleton in
Scale trimmer.
Poland,
The
and
gold one or
the gold one, yeah.
the gold one? Good, huh?
Yeah, because I really struggled. So because it's took time to get those crispy lines, and I felt like a release when I touched it first, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This is it, bro." So you can draw with the corners,
Yes.
and how crisp it helps a lot. I just love it. So I bought one because I used wool before, and it was okay, but I,
They hit,
it
man.
took
They're so
took
good.
time. You know what I'm talking about. It
Yeah, yeah,
takes
yeah.
time to get there because once, twice, and sometimes you just maybe you ruin it a little bit, and you know that it wouldn't look good on the photo.
Yeah.
So you go one more time, and maybe it's too deep, and after you just let it
You've
go.
lost the shape.
So
Yeah.
so the Barbelis is my favorite, but after 2 weeks, I just couldn't put it down, man.
Yeah, it's
I
good. It's
just
good. It's
loved
good.
it. I use Panasonic for as a normal clipper,
But
so
I'm sorry,
nothing
yeah.
special. And Wall Senior, and that's it. And as product, I use Ruger,
I use Ruga as well.
but
The assassin, the essential, and the powder, and the sea salt spray. Yeah.
Mhm.
What hairspray do you use?
There got to be,
The got to be. Yeah. It's
yeah,
so strong. It's so good. It's
it-
literally in. I get it from
yeah,
Asda.
yeah. I don't use anything special, but
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like these are the things. All of my hair, is what you can see, I use these things. So nothing special. But as I said, like I think at the end is their mind which is winning. So it won't be the execution, or it's part of it, but after a while, how you make difference is the mind.
Yeah.
I mean, like do something new, or because we sometimes do things like we just keep doing the same things. So skin fade with the line, or whatever, or what we seen before. But sometimes I'm thinking like I have those haircuts, and I have like 200 more, what I never posted because I thought like, oh, it's maybe just almost there, or I seen it before, so I don't want it.
Yeah.
So, but creating something new is, I think,
So
the best feeling. Or
yeah.
even not to create, because as I said, like you complete levels, so you start to do something similar. And when you complete it, it's amazing feeling. But after when you completed level, you just want to do something else.
Yeah.
It's a great thing, you can showcase yourself, like it's beautiful,
Yeah.
I think.
So before we wrap up and go, is there anything that you just wanna say to any barber, like any advice, just anything that you want to say? The floor is yours right now.
As I said, like I think like anything is possible if you're willing to work hard, and we all have the talent, but it's things like what we're born with. So I wish everyone the best for next year.
Thank you.
Probably it will be a
Thank you
better
very much.
better year. It has to be a better year. So barbering hopefully gonna pick up, and we all be busy,
Hopefully.
and and let's see what's going to happen in 2021.
Yeah. So where can people follow you? Do you want to put your social media out there just so everyone can follow you, show you some love?
Yeah, sure. So it's Baloghemi, Balogh Emmy. That's my Instagram, and the same on Facebook as well. So if you want to, guys, follow me, just
Please give him a follow. The work's amazing, man. But
follow you back.
honestly, bro, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for actually like coming on and accepting my invitation, man. It was an absolute pleasure, and hopefully one day we can bring it back.
Hopefully, bro. Thanks for inviting me. Honestly, it
Thank you
was a
so much,
pleasure.
man, and just keep your work up. And the words you said not only did it motivate me, I'm sure it's going to motivate other people. So thank you very, very much, and I wish you all the best. And you
Wish
have a
you all
great
the
one,
best,
yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Take care. Take care.
Take care.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.